If you're someone who naturally doesn't trust people, the day you decide to trust people a little, you will meet the devil. Stay in the lane you're in mentally. If it has worked for you to be distrustful until people prove to you they deserve your trust, stay in that lane. Don't look at someone who's too trusting and say, you know what, maybe something's wrong with me. There's a reason why it has worked for you. And there's a reason why, if you attempt to do what that other person you're looking at is doing, it will backfire. And here's why. Right off the bat, you're making this decision from a place of judging yourself, distrusting yourself. Whenever there's distrust in self, you make mistakes when judging others. You're going to end up giving the benefit of the doubt in situations that normally you wouldn't, and rightfully so. You're going to end up being too understanding in situations that you normally wouldn't, and rightfully so. Because you're on this journey of becoming more trusting. Your judgment is flawed because you're coming from a place of not accepting yourself and judging yourself. That's where the first problem starts. The next reason is when people come into your life and identify that you're not someone who can easily be manipulated, they will lay in wait for the day that you decide to lower your guard. So you find that people who always say, you know what, let me try and trust people, they always end up meeting the worst person. The second reason is your brain is wired to analyze people and see people through that lens of not trusting people, right? So for you to change your framework to now trusting people, you also need to change the way you vet people. Those people that are trusting and are having a good time, they have certain thinking patterns that will either repel people who are going to waste their time, or that can spot immediately that something is off, or that allows them to navigate the world in that way. Something you may not be privy to is that that trusting person is outsourcing their vetting. So they have a sibling, a friend that they know is strict. They only trust people that that person trusts. There are people who are too trusting and they get played, but there's also people who are trusting and it works for them. So you were not trusting and it was working for you. You have to change the framework, the way you think, the way you analyze people, the way you process interactions. So it's not something that you can just say, you know what, I'm changing the gear to now I'm trusting people, now I'm not trusting people, now I'm trusting people. You can't do that. This is why people, the moment they say, let me trust a little, let me do this a little, they meet the worst kind of person. That's where it's coming from. Stick to what you know, and if you want to change, you need to study it. Don't just change one part. Don't just change one aspect and think it'll work out for you. You have to copy the whole framework that someone who's trusting has. And this doesn't end here. It's also for people who, let's say you're risk averse and you have your friends who take risks, and you're like, you know what, let me just take a risk. Let me just take this one risk. Chances are it's going to blow up in your face, because these friends who've been taking risks have had practice to know situations in which to take risks and situations in which to not. So you have to change your whole thinking framework before you start adapting aspects of other people's behavior. This is the point of this video. Whatever it is you feel like you're too extreme in, you need to identify what is different about your framework and change everything, not just that one thing. It has to fit. It has to fit. Thanks so much for joining me. The name is Shido. I'm your personal emotional intelligence detective, always keeping it real. See you next time, and subscribe.